Ladies and gentlemen, it is with great pleasure that I present to you my personal piece of advice. Do not ever go to a thrift store, especially one where you have always come home with something, and expect not to find anything. Well, I did it again. And if you're wondering what this is and you can't read video descriptions, well, it is a General Electric full-sized VHS camera. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put this camera, on the tripod, and we will take a look at it. Alright, so here it is in all of its glory. Well, the big of the case anyways. I wasn't expecting to find a VHS camera there. In fact, I wasn't really expecting to find a camera there at all, because cameras at this particular store are rather few and far between. I mean, every once in a while they'll show up, but usually not. Especially not VHS cameras like this. And for the price, $14.99. That's pretty good, actually. But I found this one, and I found a more expensive Panasonic OmniMovie. It wasn't the same model as the one that I'm using to record this video now. It was definitely a newer model, but it was there. I didn't test it because obviously it was well outside of my price range. So let's go ahead and open it. Or not. That side open. Why isn't this case opening? I had it open before. This might take a little bit of doing. And this, folks, is why you never, ever, ever trust your memory. You see, this is the key for the camera case, and I had forgotten that I had locked it in order to prevent it from opening while in transit. So that's the problem. We'll just insert the key here, turn the lock, put the key somewhere else, push the button, and now we can open it and look at all of the goodies inside. Why not use a full-size VHS camera to record a video of a full-size VHS camera? It's a first-generation CCD, so it's not got very good low-light sensitivity. But we've got a camera light belonging to the GE Camcorder. I believe it's a halogen spotlight. Does it have a model on it? I don't think it's got a model. Yes, it does. VLLW0002, or VQLW1097. On the back there. I don't know if you'll be able to see that or not, really. Maybe just barely. But we've got that, which plugs into the camera. We have got a battery, a replacement battery, that is totally dead. I already know that. We have the power supply, which is very, very similar to the power supply for this VHS-C camcorder, the Panasonic. Which leads me to believe that this is probably a rebadged Panasonic unit. I mean, it certainly looks like one. So we get that power supply out of the way there. And what else have we got? Oh, you got a bag of goodies along with it. I don't know if they came in this bag or if this is just somebody's add-on. It's probably just somebody's add-on after the fact. Or maybe it came with it. I don't know. Bag of goodies, which you can't see because my arm is in the way. Got a video cable, a video patch cable, another video patch cable, it looks like for RF, probably an RF modulator, rather cheap RF modulator, and some of these plug things, not quite sure what they're for. Let's see, can I get some focus? You got a couple plug things here, I don't know what they're for exactly. But there you go. There's also some tape labels for tapes I didn't get. And then we have the camera. There's a receipt in the bottom. Camera unit itself, which we are going to investigate. You can hopefully see the model. CG9911 CCD high quality movie video system, flying erase head. Basically looks almost exactly identical to this Panasonic Palmcorder, which you will see in a minute when I fire this up, except it's in a little bit better shape. I mean, this foam here is kind of really degraded. I just made it worse. Whoops. Wow. Shouldn't have done that, but anyways, whatever. It's not like this one's got any foam left either. There's the other side. Battery eject. The battery goes in here. The design really does remind me a whole lot of a Panasonic. So, it's probably safe to say that it is, in fact, a rebadged Panasonic unit. Okay, well, I could sit here and rattle on about, the design of the camera and all of that, but I think I'm going to stop rattling on, and I am going to change over to this camera. So, I will be back in a flash, thanks to the magic of video editing, and we will try it out and see if it actually works. I don't even know if it... Okay, I'm making the assumption that this thing is recording and not just making a whole bunch of garbage. This is the General Electric. What's the model? CG9911 or something like that. Full-sized VHS camcorder. There's a demonstration of the power zoom. Maybe some of the focus is definitely trying to focus. It's the power zoom anyways. We could try the non-power zoom. You can even try getting a macro shot. Get close to it. Get a macro of that. You can read it. That's the tape I'm presently using. If I get a good macro shot anyways, you get a good... be able to read it. Better make sure that the... I don't think this one does have an adjustment for that. Oh yeah, it does. Okay. Yeah, but it was already good enough. Well, anyways, I think there we go. That's pretty good. Macro shot. I have the video light attached to it. Go ahead and we can turn it on. See that it really brightens things up. Here's the other camcorder. Panasonic OmniMovie. VHS high quality. And the control layout. Very much similar to this camera. Although, if you had to ask me, this one's in a little bit better shape. And the autofocus would have it if it would... maybe not. Well, anyways. Just a quick little demonstration here. We can look at what's all over there. Another video subject hiding in the background. Actually, two of them. Oh, there's a bunch of video subjects that are hiding in the background over there because there's the, that thing. I would say that this camera works a little bit better than the OmniMovie does. One of my other camera purchases is sitting there. I don't know which one of these I'm going to edit first. The video of that thing, or the video of this thing. Let's take a look at the power supplies while I'm here. These are the two power supplies between the two units. This is the Panasonic unit. I'm going to have to use macro in order to get a good shot of. Where's that switch? There it is. Panasonic. Here you can see the inputs. RF conversion. Somebody took it upon themselves to label those with things, even though it's a labeling of the color. There's the back. There's the other side. This thing puts out... It's 40 watt. What does it put out? May of 1988. I think it's... I don't remember. AC and VCR. How much does this power adapter put out? figured it would say on it. I guess it doesn't. Huh. Well, whatever. Here's the GE one for this camera. You can see it is very, very similar in design. In fact, it's so similar as to be almost identical. There is a difference in the positioning of the RF conversion switch, but otherwise it is identical. Even right down to the labeling. Thompson Consumer Electronics. Still doesn't say it. In fact, it's the same wattage too. September of 1989. So that tells me that this camera was probably made in 1989. Alright, so now we've established that. I'm used to the controls on the OmniMovie up there. So I'm trying to, adjust it, and I'm fiddling with the wrong thing, so. Well, there you go. A little bit more demo of the power zoom. Probably a little bit too close to... Yeah, I'm a little too close to it. Have to use the macro. But, I think that is pretty much all I can think of to demonstrate. It's got a fader on it. Let's see if I can get the fader to work. What happens when I push the fade button? Fade out and fade back in, just like one would expect. I don't know. Is there anything else that I can think of to demonstrate? Backlight compensation. Guess you have to push and hold the button. Doesn't really do much. Your shutter modes. 1/500, 1000, and that's it. That's all it's got. Various focus modes. It probably wants me to check the battery. Yes, it does. It's got a self-timer time-lapse. I don't know what that is. I'll have to try that out. White balance. Yeah, I'm not having a hard time setting it back to auto. Counter. I believe that's the only thing. I'm the only one that will be able to see that. So. Anyways, there's our counter reset. And of course, a switch for the video light. Turn that on or off. Okay, because I'm curious, I'm going to try the time-lapse feature and see what happens. With a record self-timer time-lapse. Let's see what that does. Okay, I'm not actually too sure what that did. Other than shut the tape motor off and complain at me. Well, it didn't complain, it just shut the tape motor off and stopped recording. So I don't know what that was all about. But anyways, I think at this point I'm rambling on, so I'm going to shut this video down. Thank you for watching. If you have any comments, feel free to leave them down below. And this is CP666 signing off. I hope to see you next time. Till then.